Good luck.
My daughter was crying when I came home. I asked her why. She said, Daddy hurt me with his pee-pee.
And what did you do then?
That next morning, after Derek left, I called the police and we made sure we got Michelle to a doctor.
Can you tell me the name of the investigating officer?
Detective McCormick.
And Detective McCormick was someone you already knew?
Yes. He had responded to several domestic violence calls. Back then, Derek and I used to really go at it, but what we did to each other was nothing compared to what he did to Michelle that night.
Why did you form a relationship with Detective McCormick?
I knew me and my children needed protection. After that night, the only thing on my mind was making sure that my children were safe.
Thank you, Miss Jones.
You were involved with Detective McCormick. You spent the weekend with him in Florida, which we know because you received a citation for drunk and disorderly. Was that vacation before or after your ex-husband's trial?
Before. But that had nothing to do with this case.
If that's true, why didn't you or Detective McCormick disclose your relationship to the DA or your husband's defense counsel?
He was married. It was wrong, but we didn't want his wife to find out.
Or maybe you were afraid that if the jury knew about your relationship, they wouldn't believe either of you.
Objection.
Withdrawn. The night you claim your daughter was assaulted, what time did you come home?
I'm not sure.
Had you been drinking?
Yes. I'm not proud about that.
It was late. You'd been drinking. Did you get into a fight with your husband?
Yes.
And immediately after that, your daughter supposedly disclosed to you that her father had assaulted her.
She was hurt. She was crying.
Yet you didn't seek medical attention for her or call the police that night.
I wanted to wait until my husband was out of the house.
The next morning when you knew Detective McCormick would be on duty.
I wanted to wait until my husband was out of the house.
Did Detective McCormick suggest to you that if you wanted to get your husband out of your life, accusing him of sexual assault was a far more potent weapon than a domestic violence charge?
No. No.
So you came up with that idea on your own?
Objection.
Withdrawn.
I wasn't the best father. I didn't make enough money. I worked long hours, and I couldn't always be there.
But you tried to be.
Yeah. I did the best I could to raise my children. My wife, she wasn't interested in that. Not after she turned to drugs and alcohol.
Is that why you kept in touch with your children from prison?
Yes. They needed parenting. Even if it was just through letters.
So once again, on the night in question, did you sexually assault your daughter, Michelle?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson.
When the police initially questioned you about your daughter's injuries, the semen on her pajamas, did you accuse your wife of planting it?
I only said that because the police lied to me. There was no semen.
Why didn't you just say that?
Because I was trying to make sense of it.
Okay. Mr. Thompson, the only reason that we're here is because your daughter is now recanting her original statement. You testified to writing her letters. In those letters, did you ask her to help you get out of prison?
Yes.
Do
Because
you think it's possible that she's recanting now because you manipulated her into it?
I only asked her to tell the truth.
Hadn't she done that already? To the DAs, to detectives, to the jury, under oath?
My ex told her to say those things.
And now you're telling her to say other things.
Objection.
Sustained.